There's some new items you need to be aware of in the updated Winter Convergence Festival in New World. There's some very important gear when it relates to Corrupted Ward if you're interested in doing mutations, and it's interesting just overall. First, we'll quickly talk about the Winter Warrior. Very minor spoilers, but in my opinion, not really. The Winter Warrior is spawning in Great Cleave, Brightwood, Eden Grove, Ebonscale Reach, and Brimstone Sands. Now, in each zone, he seems to have maybe 1 or 2 places he can spawn, and the spawn rate at the moment is very high. On Barry at the minute, he's being killed very, very quickly, so you have to get to those spots very, very quickly, and there's way too many people, so he's going down quite quickly, so I can't really gauge how much of a challenge it is. I do think you would probably need around 20 people, though. It's not something you're going to be able to like 5-man very easily. He has some relatively simple mechanics, it seems, unless I'm just not understanding. There are some pillars at the side of him where you need to have 4 people, all with the Azov staff, to go and basically unlock them. Once you've unlocked all of those pillars, he basically becomes free, and you just like nuke him down. There are some ads. I'm guessing you're supposed to take control of the ads, but you know, at the minute people are just nuking the boss. And then for the rewards, you basically get this legendary item, which are called Warriors Hail Spikes, and then you take them to the Winter Village, and it's a little bit like the Presence and the Gleamite. You go to the Holiday Hut, and you can convert one of these Warriors Hail Spikes into 10 normal tokens. Now that's actually quite good. Yes, in the future when the Christmas trees have been upgraded, you'll probably get premium tokens there, but this right now is a very good way of quickly getting the items in the store. So let's talk about the store. Here we have it. I'm at one of the winter festivals right now. There is a quest, by the way, with the Winter Wanderer himself. You have to just basically, you know, go to one of the huts, find a Gleamite shower, or you can go to one place where there's just like a Gleamite shard you can pick up. Then it says kill the Winter Warrior. You may have already done that and it still counts. One important thing to note is that all of your reputation from last time is carrying over, so if you'd unlocked it like I had, then it's already, you know, you already unlocked it. You don't have to do it again. There's a couple of new items. The food looks to be the same, but there are now instrument skins. Now these patterns here are the ones, well, they're sort of similar to the ones you could get last year, sort of, but not really. You may be familiar with these with the other kinds of events. These are the ones that rely on the gear score that you can craft. So if you can craft at 595 to 600, you'll be able to do the same. The one thing I'll point out is that Ice Burst, I've looked on New World Database, doesn't seemingly have luck on it this time around. I think it did last year and everybody was quite hot for that. But then more importantly, we have the new types of patterns, the gear score 600 ones. So these basically always drop at gear score 600, and in this time around they actually have some set perks, and those perks in my opinion are quite good for mutations, and they're the things I think you're really probably going to want to not miss out on. Obviously there are some new skins and stuff like that and some new emotes. If you're interested in those, then you're obviously going to have to collect them, right? The patterns are only 2 premium tokens. The blue ones are only 10 normal ones, but the patterns, the gear score 600 ones, are 2 premium tokens. So let me show you what perks they are. So depending what weight class you bought your pattern of, obviously light and medium are going to be done at the outfitter, heavy will be done at the forge. Then you need to go to the corresponding station. Once there, you'll probably be familiar with this. There are those 2 types of patterns. So I bought one of the green ones, which I said were blue before, but they're green. These are the ones that have random perks. The best way to see if these are useful for you will be to go on New World Database and check out the perk buckets and see if there's something there that you're really interested in. But for the rest of us, these legendary ones are very interesting. Yes, obviously they're going to require like high mats and stuff like that, and obviously you can pick the different stats. So here you can see I can pick strength, dex, intelligence, focus, and constitution. And then if I show you the perks, this is where it gets sort of interesting. So I'm obviously mousing over the strength one, but it's elemental aversion, corrupted ward, and luck. Now, while these are not the best versions of like corrupted ward set, right? If you're a hardcore PvEer, you'll probably want 3 actually useful perks. But luck in an expedition actually doesn't sound that bad, does it? Elemental aversion, that's all right. That's not going to do you any harm at all. So you can look at these as being like really cheap 2-perkers that you know what you're going to get. Obviously you are going to have to pay the mats, and I'm not saying they're super cheap, but in my opinion they're not super expensive considering how easy they are to obtain. And you know, it's gear score 600, and yes, luck isn't like amazing, and some people might like call you a troll if you go and do your mutations with it, but I think look, decent 2-perker, you get that up to 625, don't think anybody's really going to complain, especially considering you can get any kind of stat you want and any kind of armor class you want. So if you're looking for a medium strength corrupted ward set, well, you can go ahead and, you know, make it. Now the event is effectively very similar to last year in almost all regards. You can see you can go to the tree and you can loot the trees and you'll get like presents. You open them up, inside of those you'll probably get more tokens. You might eat, well, you get, I just got my diamond gypsum, but inside of there I'm not sure which one it was. Let's say it was this one, hastily wrapped present. I get a lockbox. Inside that lockbox there's a little bit of gold as well. So you're going to want to go around to every tree. That's just like the same as last year. It's all very similar. If you're interested in the event as a whole, other than what I've described here, I would point you to 5head's video that he released, I think today actually. It includes all of the old stuff and it's very thorough, so go ahead and check that out. I'll try and leave a link in the description. But yeah, I know this is maybe not like revolutionary, especially if you guys are like already corrupted Ward 625, but for me and people who are maybe starting about thinking about doing actual mutations a bit more seriously, or maybe you're on fresh, this is a perfect example. If you're on fresh and you want corrupted Ward, then this is a decent way of getting it, right? Luck is sort of useful for you, but maybe not for your team. And keep in mind, you do not have to be armoring 200 for this. Anybody can craft those. It's a 0 armoring requirement. So very interesting, very important. If you want to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is truly the best way. I think there's actually a couple of new members that I really need to add, so apologies there, but thank you very much to you guys. Let me know if I missed anything and I'll try and pin a comment, because obviously this has only just come out basically. Have a most beautiful day. Goodbye.